Hey guy, hey guys, welcome back to another Moondog Trading video. Tonight we're going to be speaking about a lot of things here. Of course, when I did the video, the emergency video from 2 days ago, when the crash was happening over the weekend on the Sunday, I talked about possibly getting a bounce and a good buy opportunity. We looked at trend lines, and guys, boy was I right. Not only was I right, but I told you how the institutions, if you watched that video from 2 days ago, I told you the institutions were doing this on purpose. I talked about the Trump tariffs. I talked about how they like to drop the price and they like to buy it. Guys, watch my video from 2 days ago. I literally explained this. Listen, when you've been doing this as long as I have and understanding the markets as long as I have, you start to know how the insiders work. And I'm going to give you an example, guys. I told you all this was happening, and look at the articles that came out today. Trump's crypto project appears to have bought Ether after tariff meltdown. I mean, guys, this is exactly what I said when the dip was happening. That's why I said, hey, this is the buy the dip. This is what the markets do. They're doing this on purpose. Look at this. World Liberty Financial the decentralized, I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on, financial project linked to Donald Trump's family appears to have added tens of millions of dollars worth of Ethereum crypto after crypto markets crashed during the weekend as the U.S. president briefly imposed tariffs on Mexico and Canada. Guys, this is exactly this is exactly what I talked about in my videos. I said, don't panic, guys. This is what they're doing. Let's be prepared. You guys watch that video. Make sure you guys thumbs up like all my videos because I'm giving you this information. And what did I tell you then, guys? I said the charts will always tell you the news before the news comes out. Did I not say it? I literally told you all this was going to happen based on the charts and knowing the market and how the markets do these things. Okay, guys? I had to learn this stuff the hard way over experience myself. Okay, this is just experience of being in the market. You go to the Bulls and the Bears Club. Okay, this is a private club in New York, in Wall Street, that these guys go to, the institutions go to, and they talk together and they combine their money. They have strategies they do, guys, to control the markets. They drink their whiskey, they hang out, they smoke their cigars. This is what they do. And they talk about how they can take as much money as they can from you guys and get rich. Okay, this is what they do. So you have to learn how to start playing their game and knowing their game and not panic selling and giving up your money to them. Okay, guys, this is what my channel warns you about. This is why we do the charting. This is why we do what we do. I'm going to actually show you some cool little tricks, and we're going to look at some stock to flow models, actually some Bitcoin models. I wouldn't say stock to flow, but we're going to look at some Bitcoin models that we're going to check out to kind of see what the price of future of crypto is going to be. We want to see, because Bitcoin runs the market, guys. Let's face it. If Bitcoin goes up, your altcoins go up. All the crap coins go up. The meme coins, you name it, everything's going with it. Okay, so everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon. So first, we're going to start off with the Bitcoin chart. Okay, guys, we talked about not breaking under this trend and not getting a daily candle. We can wick it like we did here on Sunday when I made this video, and we got all the way down to 91, and I got online, and it started to bounce, and I wanted to try to get you guys on that bounce, which if you would have caught the Ethereum, you would have made, 37% on that one. You would have made, Bitcoin, of course, it's a lot higher. So, the percentage is a little bit different. But I think Bitcoin was at 92,000 when I made that video. So, guys, don't miss my videos. Always, I'm starting to do them every day because I was asked by you guys to do them every day. So that's what I'm going to try to do. But we're looking at Bitcoin. We didn't close a higher term time frame underneath this trend. I talked about all these trends, okay? And this might be confusing to some of you guys. But like if we look back at these trends, I got 3 trend lines. One's from farther, one's from down here. One's a shorter term trend that we wicked, but we popped back up. and this would be my secondary trend. If this trend broke, you look for these next trend lines, and I'll show you what I mean, especially on Ethereum, how we hit that trend perfect at 2100 the other night and on Sunday night. And, we talked about that being a possibly good bounce area, which it was, which, the institutions were doing exactly what I said they were doing. So, what do we want to see at Bitcoin now, guys? We want to see some kind of higher term time frame, a daily, a 2 day, mostly a 2 day, 2 to 3 day candle, or even a weekly will even be better, closing above 102,500. If we can get that, we'll look for more continuation to test this prior high up here and possibly break that and get onto a more of a bull run. Okay. Yeah. Could we trade sideways for a little bit? Yes, we could. Before we break that, we just hope we don't break down and get under this, 89 to 85,000. Because if we do, then yeah, we could definitely get down to that $73,000 area. So let's just keep an eye on that. Now, for Ethereum, guys, I mean, look at it. Look at my trend line down here. Now, look where I drew this trend. This is what I mean by trends. I drew this trend. If some of you guys didn't watch my videos the last 2 days, okay, I started this trend. This is the trend that I started all the way back when Ethereum was at $110. And then, well, that's my main trend right here. So if this trend breaks, that would be our secondary trend. Sorry about this long line here. I didn't turn off the extender, but that doesn't matter. Then we have our secondary trend, which I talked about the secondary trend here, and we nailed it to the T right here. You can see if I zoom in here how we came down, we wicked it, bounced right up, okay? We got the bounce we were looking for. Then we highlighted this level here from 27 to 28,000 as being an area where we want to get a higher term time frame, a 2 day, a 3 day, a weekly, anything. You don't want to just do a daily and then have it break back down because that's just a fake out. We want to see a couple higher term time frames candles close above this area of 2,800 and 2,700. Right now, we're just kind of hanging out. We'll zoom in. We're kind of hanging out in the middle of it. You can see the middle of this, my zone here that we drew up, and we're kind of just hanging out in here. We did break above it. So when I made the video down here, we were down in this area. We did break above it. And now, we did get a candle closing, but then it came back under that 28, but we did barely close above this 27, which I like to see that. But we'll see how tomorrow's candles closes, which we have 20 hours left on that because it's 10:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. So we'll see how that closes. We'll see how that goes down. So there's still a lot of meat left on that candle. We could wick down here, guys, but we want to see some closures above here for Ethereum to keep going. Okay. Now we're going to go into some interesting things. How much time? Okay, so we got plenty of time. We're going to start off with this chart. Okay, this is a very interesting chart. This is called the Bitcoin long-term power law of law. Okay. Now, basically, these are what we're going to look at is price predictions. Okay, you can see when I scroll over, you can see how the purple line lights up. You can see, down here 25, 26. You can kind of get an idea of where it's projecting. You can see 2025, 37 or 315, and then as we move, that's the date, and then we can move it 425. So we can keep going with the price. Now, right now, it's saying on the high end, let's say in mid 2025, we're looking at what 616. They have it around 118,000. Now these are just flows, guys. So what this is these are support resistant bands, and they were divided by taking the linear regression of the historical Bitcoin price to derive a power of law. That's why they call it the power of law. This power of law is just a straight line that represents the correlation between Bitcoin's price and time. Okay, this line is then perfectly copied, including its slope twice, with these two new lines. Okay, so basically, it's kind of like a historical price that's equal or less than the prices hitting the line of resistance. So it's kind of just a whole mathematic of this. The logic of this chart is derived from the Bitcoin's previous performances and being inactive. However, you know some of this is just altered for the behavior in the future of the price action predictions. It's just kind of chart gospel, as they call it, chart gospel. Okay, so, but yeah, this has it, kind of going into that 400 to 137. Let's see where they have it at in 2027. Okay, so the beginning of 2027, they have Bitcoin around 200,000. And they have the high at 683. So could it range in between there? So could it be in the threes? Could it be in the fours? That's what we got. Twos, high twos. That's what we got to see, because if you look back here, you can see I predicted, but it always came in the middle. So the high, we got a high here that kind of was in the middle of the high of the purple line and the high of the actual price. So um, we'll see how that plays out. Now we got another chart here. This is the Bitcoin forecast, okay? And this is just kind of like what institutions are kind of saying what it's going to be, okay? Look at this. We got analyst price predictions. We got Michael Saylor saying Bitcoin's going to be at $13 million on this cycle. Hal Finney is saying 10 million. Plan B, 65,000 to 524. I mean, that's a pretty big range, but I kind of agree with that one. Jack Dorsey, I mean, obviously that plan B, that's pretty simple because it's already in that range now. But Jack Dorsey, $1 million plus. Samson Mao, $1 million. Arthur Hayes, $1 million. Kathy Woods, 600 to 1.5 million within this cycle. And then Coin Fund is, up to 500,000. So we'll see if this stuff actually plays through. Let's see. This chart has it. Let's see. And by the end of 2025, stock to income and stock to flow. Stock to flow will be around 586, but the stock to income price, which is kind of in the middle. It's around the $352,000 area. Okay, so now we're going to go to the stock of income, because this is kind of interesting. Okay. The stock of income, it's kind of like the stock to flow, guys, but the stock to flow chart only they really started tracking things back in 2019. This actually is updated every day. So this is more of an updated chart of that, which this is predicting on the low end of this year. On the low am I still recording? Okay, I'm still recording. So, how much time do I have left? Okay, I got plenty of time. So this is kind of where was I? Oh, right here. Okay, so this is what do they got? What do they got? So they got 728,000 as the high, it looks like, in mid 2025. And then they got 364 as the mid level, and they got 182 as the lower level. Okay, now this is very interesting, because stock to flow does not consider transaction fees. Why this actually does. It also includes those transaction fees. Um, it's why the fees are earned by the miners, you know, from the existing bitcoins, because there's a higher chance of miners will sell compared to a user and a hodler, trying to sell. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of there's a lot of goodness in this chart, because it kind of gives you an idea of what um, the miners are trying to do. And The stock to income model also considers the number of coins in the last 10 years. This is because many coins were lost during the first few years of their existence due to, the value wasn't that great of Bitcoin back then. So the users of Bitcoin back then were just losing and forgetting their keys because it wasn't worth anything back then. So they didn't think it was going to be worth anything. So once that happened, those coins would, they're considered to be non-existing at this point. So it makes no sense to include that into a stock to flow chart. So this is kind of where the stock to income chart comes in. Okay, so this is actually some good information, guys. Um, which is predicting some pretty high prices here, guys. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, can I hide this? All right, let's hide that. What am I doing? Okay, so we got in 2025. Yeah, they got mid 2025. They have it going to 360,000, which is pretty. It's a really big jump, guys. I mean, in a short period of time. I mean, I had the high of the cycle hitting here at 229, getting rejected, trading sideways, and then 2020, and then 2028 kind of getting to that 360 range, okay, which is kind of adding up with my Fibonacci's. And then I have it, in that 2020-30 range, kind of hitting on that second one, hitting that 868,000. So, guys, we'll see. I mean, there's some big predictions out here. Even some Fibonacci sequences that we broke down with math. Also, guys, I want you guys to be educated when you come here. Okay, I want you guys to be educated. So there's a website. Okay, this is called the patternsite.com. Okay, and what this does is, if you click on any of these, look, it shows you every single pattern that there is. Okay, and some of these are nonsense. I'll be honest with you guys. Find some, but go over them. Find some ones that work for you. I mean, you got so many different things you can look. You got candlestick patterns. You got chart patterns. You got head and shoulders. Look at this, head and shoulders. Um, bottoms, busted bottoms, top. I mean, there's just so much stuff, guys. And look, half the stuff you might use and half the stuff you might. You got the falling wedges, the extensions, the everything, so you might want to check this out, guys, just to get some better education too as well. I try to make it simple on my channel. I'll show you guys the double tops and the double bottoms to try to get the bottom and the tops of the moves, especially with crypto. Those are a little bit harder when it comes to stocks, timing those. But with Bitcoin, it's they happen often. So, but I think that's it for tonight's video, guys. If you guys got some education out of this, and guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is just my opinion, educational purposes only. But if you did get some education out of this video and you like my content, just make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, comment in the comments, do everything, you sub to my channel, just do everything that YouTube wants me to do so we can keep making these videos, because it does motivate me. The fact that you guys, because I was going off and on with videos for years, guys. And then I went on a streak where I had actually someone get into, I'm not going to get into that actually, because I told myself I went into, but I had some technical difficulties with some things for a little while, which I stopped making some videos. But we're back on this. You guys ask me to do them every day. So here I am. I'm doing them every day. So guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up, sub, and keep me motivated to do these things. Much love to you guys. Share the videos and peace out.